Hello and welcome back to MotoGP Academy, and today we're taking ourselves down to the Austin track, going through all the sectors and then completing a complete lap as well. Let's see what we can do here. Let's jump straight into Sector 1. Now COTA can be a bit of a technical track, I find. I think once you get it and you find your rhythm with the track, it is a very rewarding track, but for me this is one of the hardest points of the track. That last turn, turn 20, can never hit that apex just right. For me, that's where I need to work on it. And it's most likely each person will have a different area that they're more comfortable on. Coming into turn 1, massive brakes coming up the hill. Whoa, twitching on the rear there, trying to make the apex. Coming out of turn 1 into the quite bumpy turn 2. Come absolutely flying through here. And then into the tricky flip. I like to call it flip-flop section. You've got left, right, left, right, left, and it's very hard, but you got to try and keep smooth. Just make sure you're hitting just before those curbs, and then you're able to keep yourself in a good position for Sector 1 with it. Let's now jump down into Sector 2, and it's a similar situation, quite a technical one. See, as you come through here, you're just trying to get as close to the curbs as you can without touching them, because you don't want to lose any time. Swing the bike out a bit wide before coming into the start of Sector 2. Now so you can just come through this corner, try and square the corner up. Now here you want to try and keep close to the curb and then flick over as you come into turn 9. Keeping the power on here, just feather the throttle through this section as you're going to come down to another tight hairpin. Heavy on the brakes into turn 11, making sure not to lose the front, very easy to do there. And then we're back on ride height device down and powering down this long straight. So that now brings us into the start of Sector 3. So we've got the power all the way on, accelerating like hell, going into 6th gear here, reaching a top speed of 340-ish kilometers an hour. Heavy on the brakes now into turn 12. Very easy to run wide like we did there. That's not the ideal line. It's a very, very hard braking zone, and putting the brakes all the way on does not work. We'll have to do a brakes guide as well as we now come into this sort of stadium infield section. Very tight and twisty to complete Sector 3. So now we'll jump down into Sector 4, coming across the line for Sector 3. It's now sort of a more open, flowing sort of mid-corner speed aspect of the track here. Very punishing on the tyres, particularly towards the end of the race. Come into here trying to glide through, keeping as much. Oh, we got a little bit on the green there. Ideally you wouldn't want to do that. And coming into the final corner, the apex tends to move away from you a bit there, and we cross the line. Now we'll jump into a full lap of COTA and see how that turns out. So again, see, just for me, very hard to get that last corner exactly right. All the way up, heavy braking now straight into turn 1. The rear's going to step around, and that's lost us some time. Ideally we'd want to be further to the left. Just coming nice and close into the curb there, lining ourselves up for this left, followed by that right, just piercing the curbs there, followed by the left, and just easing our brake throttle input there, because it actually helps you turn the bike. Using the brakes and the accelerator, all of it helps to actually fully turn the bike. And then you're just trying to glide, ease inputs on, ease inputs off, and just sort of doing this like a little ballet with your fingers, so to speak, on the triggers there. Braking heavy into turn 11, trying not to get too close to create an invalid lap time. The wheelie is a little bit of a problem, but you can try and manage that as best you can. Absolutely on the brakes now, slamming the brakes on into turn 12. The rear is going to slide a little bit. Now that is a better line than what we took in the sector by sector. Ooh, that rear stepped out. The KTMs can tend to do that. They do get a bit sideways. keeping nice and close here and trying to keep like as curved a line as possible around there. It's very tight, trying to keep the speed flowing. And then here you're just trying to feather the throttle, keep the bike nice and neat, keep it close to the curb where you can, and just put the power on, come out wide to get a bit more speed, and try and carry that speed through this final sector. There we go, that was a bit better this time. Now this turn 20 is always my weak point. We got a better apex there, but we may have compromised the exit a little. But either way, we're across the line with a 202.853. That rounds it out for this MotoGP Academy. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment down below. See you on the next one. Bye for now.